Hi folks, my name is Steve Sharkey. For those that don't know me, this is John, one of my clients.
Hello Steve, good to be here.
That's okay. The reason we got together here today is because a couple of weeks ago I approached John. I said, John, would you mind writing a testimonial for me? He came up with a really good idea. He said, what about videoing it? I thought, what a great idea. So that's the reason why we're here. And it's a special day. It's a birthday boy. He's 61 years old.
Yes, I am 61 years old, Steve. Looking forward to the next 61 in health and well-being.
The purpose of today's video is to share John's health and fitness journey from where he was in January this year right through to now in August. Lots of people think that the average gym is full of posing bodybuilders and scantily cladded women. You couldn't be further from the truth. There is an element of that in gyms, but the great majority of ordinary folks simply looking to lead a healthier, more fruitful life. We all face struggles and challenges from time to time, but at the same time, we know we can be better versions of ourselves. So, John, over to you. Before joining the gym, what were your struggles and challenges?
Thank you for inviting me along. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. During my early therapy sessions to manage my depression, my counsellor gave me a list of tools which included breathing exercises, visualization and physical exercise.
That's interesting, John. How did you feel about these suggestions?
Well, breathing seemed straightforward. Visualization I simply didn't understand, and physical exercise seemed light years away. However, as I felt that I could get results using this game plan, I decided to give it a go.
So, honest question then, what brought you to me?
I noticed a decline in my endurance and strength, especially in my workplace, and considered formal exercise to correct this. Coincidentally, a local gym was offering corporate membership. I looked into the offer and met with Lee at Surge Fitness in Clarkson. During our meeting, Lee suggested that I meet with a trainer who is experienced in exercise for the aging body. That trainer turned out to be you.
Yeah, I tend to specialise in old fogies. Only kidding, John. I remember our initial meeting. I wanted to establish what your outcomes were and what you were hoping to achieve, commencing some lifestyle improvements. So, how did you feel after the session?
I was very impressed by your strong listening skills and your understanding of my needs. Therefore, I felt safe in your hands. My gut instinct told me you were the right person to guide me. I watched your introductory videos on the 4 pillars of health and well-being, and this was a turning point in my thinking. Among other things, you spoke of being results-driven or process-driven. As I reflected on these things, I became aware that I've always approached fitness training with end results in mind. However, I have become more aware of immersing myself in the process. In other words, to keep my goals alive, but to trust and enjoy the process of reaching those goals.
That's good to hear. So how would you describe your new health and fitness journey so far?
I first joined your 12-week Jumpstart program with a view to establishing a routine of gym training. This move was successful in that it challenged me to move in ways that I had not previously considered. I trained 3 times a week. However, recently I was diagnosed with degenerative neck joints, which explains the constant pain in the upper shoulders, back and neck. I also lost momentum and was training once per week. Feeling despondent, I remember calling you one day to tell you about this condition and to seek your guidance in creating an exercise program to help strengthen the weak areas of my body. Steve, without realizing it, I was asking you to help me visualize those parts of my body that I was exercising. It's very interesting.
That's interesting, John. Why'd you say that?
I knew it was time to make a significant change in direction. I needed to gather body, mind, and spirit into a holistic approach to exercise and well-being. You may recall, Steve, I then met with you for a talk session, a mind-blowing 90-minute experience. You questioned me formally about my goals and outcomes, and we made a 3-point action list that I could start immediately. These points are: reduce my alcohol intake, be my whole and authentic self, and become mindful of the moment. This 3rd action point in particular has impacted me in ways that I did not think possible.
John, those are important points for us all, and I'm glad to hear that you are seeing the bigger picture at work. So what's next for you?
Well, I will continue to work through the Jumpstart program in an alternating day A, day B pattern. Some aspects of the program currently are challenging, but I am confident that as my mindfulness improves, so will my fitness. Steve, I'm pretty good with words, but I find it difficult to describe the breakthrough you've helped me achieve. So I'll just say too, thank you.
Well, John, thanks very much for participating in this testimony.
Thank you, Steve.
That's okay, it was a pleasure doing it with you. The main thing I'd like to focus on here, folks, is that John has found an inroad. He's found a particular exercise program, an eating plan, and a lifestyle that suits his busy schedule. Now that he's got that, he's got intent, he's got greater focus, and he's coming to the gym on a regular basis, and he's making sure he's eating the right foods at the right time, sleeping the right levels. So he's doing well there. So the point I'm making here is that find a lifestyle change that suits you. We all have busy lifestyles. People will approach me and they'll say, what's the best way to get rid of fat from back of the arms or in the backside? And I say the best form of exercise to do that is the one that you'll do. The one that you'll do on a regular basis. So seek a good personal trainer, find an action plan that suits you, and there's the big words: simply be consistent in your actions and enjoy the journey. Thanks for listening.